Hi everyone. So today's topic is about dot product or scalar product of vectors. So everyone know about vectors. What is a vector? Vector means we have both magnitude and direction, and how we can represent a vector with its rectangular component. Rectangular component means with x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. These axis how we have represented a vector. Suppose a vector equal to ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap. That means vector a vector have component ax. If it is a vector, it have component ax along x axis, it have component ay along y axis, and z, and it have component az along z axis. This is in space, z axis in space. Okay, so we can represent a vector in rectangular component ax I cap, ay j cap, and az k cap. And then if we think about addition of vector, it is very easy, and we can use triangle law and parallelogram law vector addition to add the two vectors. But if we consider about the product of the vectors, what we have to do? Vectors can be multiplied with a scalar directly. There is no issue for the multiplication of vector with a scalar. If I want to multiply 5a vector, then it will be 5 ax I cap plus 5 ay j cap plus 5 az k cap. There is no formula, no issues to multiply a scalar with a vector. But if we consider to multiply a vector with a vector, then there will be some rules and there will be two methods to multiply the vectors. So what are these two methods? One method is dot product or scalar product of vectors. So let us study about the dot product. So you see here, if two vectors a vector and b vector are inclined at an angle theta with each other, then how we can write their dot product? We can write their dot product by giving the symbol a vector dot b vector, and a vector mod, the result will be a vector mod into b vector mod into cosine of the angle between them. Cosine of the angle between them. So a vector dot b vector we can write. A vector mod means a, b vector mod means b, and it is a b cos theta. So we can write a into b cos theta, or we can write b into a cos theta. These two things we can write, a into b cos theta or b into a cos theta. What does it mean? What is b cos theta? Let us learn. B cos theta, if we draw a perpendicular, from b to a vector, then it will be the projection of b vector on a vector. Suppose I take it y. Y will be the projection of b vector on a vector, and it will be what? So if it is perpendicular, it is hypotenuse. If we will write cos theta equal to, how much will be? Cos theta equal to y by b. So y equal to b cos theta. So b cos theta means projection of b vector on a vector. Similarly, if we draw a perpendicular from a vector to b vector, then we can find projection of a vector on b vector, which will be a cos theta. Okay, so let us learn here a into b cos theta. B cos theta means this is the component b cos theta. B cos theta lies in which direction? B cos theta lies in the direction of a vector. B cos theta lies in the direction of a vector. That means we can say component of b vector along a vector. This is, so component of b vector along a vector. So we can write a into, so a vector dot b vector, a into component of b vector along a vector. So this is also called as dot product. Magnitude of one of the vector and component of other vector along the direction of the first vector. This is also called as dot product. Otherwise we can write it also like that, b into component of a vector along b vector. These two things we can write. Otherwise we can write b cos theta is the scalar projection of B on A vector and A cos theta scalar projection of A vector on B vector. So from this formula we can also find scalar projection of one vector on other. How to find B cos theta equal to A dot B by A? If anyone want to find scalar projection of, find the scalar projection. Question may be asked. Scalar projection of B vector on A vector. How to find? That is B cos theta, which will be equal to, from this formula you can find B cos theta equal to A vector dot B vector by A. Okay. Similarly, you can find scalar projection of A vector on B vector. Scalar projection of A vector on B vector will be A cos theta equal to A vector dot B vector by B. Okay. Here scalar projection and what do you mean by dot product of a vector? Dot product of two vectors we have understood. So now consider some special cases. What will happen if theta will be 0? Theta will be 0 means two vectors will be parallel. It is theta. If vector A vector and B vector will lie along same direction, then theta will become 0. If theta will be 0, then two vectors are parallel. And again, if theta is 180, that means if the vector will lie along this direction, then theta will be 180. And if the two vectors are normal, perpendicular to each other or orthogonal, then what will happen? Let us learn. Parallel vectors means theta equal to 0 degree. If theta is 0 degree, theta 0 degree means A vector dot B vector will be AB cos 0, which will be AB. So this is maximum positive value of dot product. Then anti-parallel vectors. Anti-parallel vector means what happen? Two vectors like this. A vector will be along this direction, B vector will be along this direction. The angle will be 180 degree. So here A vector dot B vector will be AB cos 180 degree. So it will be minus AB because cos 180 is minus 1. Okay. Now if normal vectors, normal or orthogonal, we can say orthogonal vectors. Orthogonal means two vectors are perpendicular to each other, 90 degree. So we can write A vector dot B vector will be AB cos 90. Cos 90 is 0, you know, so it is 0. So while we are calculating W, work done is Fs cos theta. This example, when we are saying that if force and displacement are perpendicular to each other, then no work is done. Why? This can be explained by dot product. If theta is 90 degree, Fs cos 90 is 0. So no work will be done. This is the explanation through dot product of work. And so many physical quantities are there which are the results of dot product of two vectors. We will discuss later. Okay. Now two questions for you. A vector dot A vector will be what? A vector dot A vector will be what? That means dot product of two similar vectors will be A vector mod into A vector mod into angle between them will be what? 0 degree. So A into A, which will be equal to A square. So how to find the square of a vector? To find the square of the magnitude of a vector, we have to dot product the vector with itself. Okay, dot product of the vector with itself will result in square. So now you see I cap dot I cap. I cap is unit vector along x-axis. So similar dot product of I cap mod into cos 0. So which will be equal to unit vector mod is 1. So it will result will be 1. So similarly you can find j cap dot j cap is equal to 1 equal to k cap dot k cap. But if you take I cap dot j cap, what will happen? I cap dot j cap. It is along x-axis, it is along y-axis. So it will be cos 90, so 0, which will equal to j cap dot k cap, which will be equal to k cap dot I cap. And I am saying A vector dot B vector is equal to B vector dot A vector. Dot product is commutative. You can prove it by taking two examples. Dot product is always commutative. Okay, so I dot j or j dot I both are equal. J dot k or k dot j both are equal, which is 0. Perpendicular vector means their dot product is 0. Nothing to say about that. Okay. So see here, what I have taken component wise dot product. How to get dot product result component wise? If we will consider the rectangular components of the vectors, a vector is ax I cap, ay j cap, and az k cap, and b vector is bx I cap, by j cap, and bz k cap. So we have to write a vector like in this manner. Vector means I cap, j cap, k cap will be there to specify its direction along x axis, y axis, and z axis. So you see, a vector and b vector will what? Results. What is the result of a vector and b vector? So in place of a vector I have written ax I cap, ay j cap, az k cap. Is it clear? Now in place of b vector I have written followed by the dot product symbol. It is very important. Dot product, you don't try to forget it. This is dot. This is not multiplication. This is dot. Okay. In vector it is very much important. So how to do the multiplication? You know in algebra what to do. First it will be multiplied with the all. That means ax I cap with dot symbol, bx I cap plus by j cap plus bz k cap. Is it clear? Then next what to do? Next ay j cap dot bx I cap plus by j cap plus bz k cap. Is it clear? First ax is multiplied with all, then ay is multiplied with all, then az will be multiplied with all. Okay, then az k cap dot bx I cap plus by j cap plus bz k cap. So it is clear how to multiply two polynomials in the similar way I have multiplied, and then we have to consider the dot product results. Dot product results means what? Ax, bx are the scalars. Ax, ay, az are scalars, and their components I cap, j cap, k cap will specify the direction. So we have to multiply vectorically means I cap dot I cap, I cap dot j cap, I cap dot k cap. Is it clear? Ax, bx will be multiplied, but I cap dot I cap will be 1. I cap dot j cap will be 0. I cap dot k cap will be 0. Similarly, ay, bx multiplied, j cap dot I cap is 0. J cap dot j cap is 1. J cap dot k cap is 0. Similarly, az, bx multiplied, k cap dot I cap 0. K cap dot j cap 0. K cap dot k cap 1. So what will be the results? Here we will get one result ax, bx. Because these two will be 0. I cap dot j cap 0, I cap dot k cap 0. Is it clear? So now here result will be ay and by, because j cap 1 and j cap dot I cap 0, j cap dot k cap 0. Here result will be az, bz. So let us write here. What we will write? Ax, bx plus ay, by plus az, bz. So we have taken a vector is ax I cap, ay j cap, az k cap, b vector bx y cap, by j cap, bz k cap. So their dot product results what? Their dot product results only the multiplications, only the multiplication of coefficients of the unit vectors. I cap components ax, bx, j cap component ay, by, k cap component az, bz. So we have to use this formula to solve the numericals only. So this is simply multiplication. You can see no I cap, j cap, k cap symbol is there. No I cap, j cap, k cap symbol is there. Only scalars are multiplied to get the dot product. So dot product results a scalar. So it is a scalar. So we can say dot product is also scalar product. We can write dot product is also scalar product of vectors. Why you can say dot product is scalar product of vector? Because the dot product of two vectors result a scalar. You see here the dot product result without having any I cap, j cap, k cap. So it is a scalar. Okay. So let us solve one or two examples so that you will be clear. So example I have taken, if a vector is 3i cap minus k cap, b vector is 4i cap plus 6i cap minus k cap, then find their dot product. So let us find the dot product. A vector dot b vector means what? 3i cap minus 0 plus 0 j cap minus k cap. 3 component we have needed. So here 4i cap plus 6 j cap minus k cap. Why I have written 0? Because j cap component is not there. So now you dot product simple 3 into 4, 12 plus 0 into something 0 minus 1 into minus 1, so it will be 1. So answer will be 13. So it is a scalar or vector? It is a scalar. So it is called as scalar product of vectors. Okay. Then how to find the angle using the dot product concept? How to find the angle using the dot product concept? So we know that a vector dot b vector equal to ab cos theta. So you can find the angle between two vectors, that is theta. Cos theta equal to a vector dot b vector by a into b. And then you can find theta equal to cos inverse of that. So you have to simplify it in this manner. A dot b you can find by using this formula, x dx y by z z, and ab means magnitude of a and b means magnitude of b vector. Okay. So this is the angle between two vectors. So let us do another example. So let us see another example. Find angle between two vectors I cap minus j cap and k cap minus j cap. These two vectors are there. So how to find? Let us take a vector equal to I cap minus j cap and b vector equal to k cap minus j cap. So in cos theta we need a vector mode and b vector mode. So let us find a vector mode equal to what? 1 square plus minus 1 square. So it will be root 2. And b vector mode will be what? Vector mode will be 1 square plus minus 1 square. So it will be that root 2 also. So now we find cos theta equal to, you know, a vector dot b vector by ab. AB means A mode, AB means A mode, and B means B vector mode. So it will be A vector dot B vector will be what? I cap minus j cap dot product of k cap minus j cap by root 2 into. So it will be I cap dot k cap 0, I cap dot j cap 0, j cap dot k cap 0, j cap dot j cap is 1, and minus plus. So 1 by here 2. So you will get cos theta equal to 2 half. So which value of theta is half? So you will get here cos 60 degree. So theta will be 60 degree. So angle between two vectors will be 60 degree. In this way you can simplify. I have taken one example. In this way you can take the procedure to find the angle between two vectors. Okay, I am saying again, a vector mod, b vector mod you have to find. Then dot product of the two vectors you have to find. Then write cos theta equal to by this. If any value will happen, you will get. You have to assign that value. Which angle will be that value. Okay. So now take the last example to get a clear idea about dot product. So again question may be asked with two vectors 3 I cap minus j cap plus 5 k cap and lambda I cap plus j cap minus 5 k cap are perpendicular to each other. Find value of lambda. Find the value of lambda. Lambda is unknown here. So you have to take the concept. Two vectors are perpendicular. A vector perpendicular B vector means what? A dot B will be, what will be the result? A dot B will be theta 90 means dot product will be 0. So here dot product of two vectors 3 I cap minus j cap plus 5 k cap dot lambda I cap plus j cap minus 5 k cap will be 0. So dot product you know 3 into lambda, 3 lambda, minus 1 plus 1 minus 1, 5 minus 5 minus 25 will be equal to 0. So 3 lambda minus 26 will be equal to 0. So lambda, 3 lambda will be 26 and lambda will be 26 by 3 units. This will be the answer. So in this way you have to find the answer. So you know the fundamental, what is a vector, what is the dot product of a vector, how to find the dot product component wise, and how to find the angle between two vectors using the dot product concept. Now you can solve some numericals. It will come across. Okay. So thank you all of you. I hope. Have a nice day.